So, day 3 of Sober October for Macmillan Cancer Support. It's not the plan that we wanted. I wanted to get out today and I wanted to go for a walk. I wanted to get my grapefruit. No chance. Look at that. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Absolutely pouring it down with rain. Which is no good. So obviously my whole thing of going for a walk and all that just hasn't come off. So we'll just have to do what we normally do. I've got loads of reviews to get on with, so I'm going to get on with that. And then I'm going to do a little bit later on, you'll be able to see, well, it'll be the next bit you see, a little bit how cancer affected us and how we first found out that Louise had got cancer. So I'm going to tell you all about that, and you'll probably see me now. So thank you very much, past me, and now I am future me, if that makes any sense at all. It is day 3 of Sober October. I did wake up this morning feeling still a little bit groggy. Again, I don't know if it is maybe like a 3-day hangover. Again, I'm getting a little bit old and you don't recover so well after you've had a few beers. But the thing is, I would have normally had a beer on the Thursday night UK vape show. So Fridays, I normally feel a little bit groggy anyway. So today, I might have had a beer. I might have gone and nipped and got a couple of cans just to watch the lads on the Saturday night vaporwave, but obviously I haven't. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. I was a little bit gutted that I couldn't go for my walk or get my grapefruit. We will try it again tomorrow and see if we can get out and have a little bit of a walk. I've got my cup of coffee. I've drank a few of these today. I don't know if you can see. A cup of coffee. Honestly, I haven't had a drink. To be honest with you, when I did the UK Vape Show on Thursday, I did find it a little bit hard. I had a bottle of orange next to me. But I didn't want people to think I was going to swig out the bottle of orange. But I didn't want people to think, has that got vodka in it? And it's the same with like your coffee. I want to show everybody it's coffee that I'm drinking, or when I'm out, it's Coke. You get a little bit of paranoid. People think, you know, I bet that's got a vodka in it. When it hasn't. It obviously hasn't. Have a little vape. So, like I did say, I want to tell you how cancer affected us and how Macmillan actually helps as well. I don't want to do it all in one great big splurge. I don't want to be sitting down here and telling you all the story all at once. I want to maybe do it in sections and talk about other things as well. And Louise has also said that I'm allowed to put photographs up of basically when she lost her hair and when she was going through a chemo and afterwards as well. Because there's quite a number of little stories about that as well, about getting her confidence back and etc. So, but what I want to tell you today was how everything came about. Now, Louise, we've got 3 kids, and Louise had been, I know it's not nice to talk about, but she'd been having problems with her periods. Now, she'd been going to the doctors, and this went on for like 2 years. Things weren't right at all. And then the doctors, a brand new doctor came to the surgery, and he went, this isn't right. This isn't right at all. Now, Louise had been going for smears, she'd been going for tests, and everybody said everything was fine. So this doctor said, look, I want you to go, and he wrote a letter. And eventually, that's what happened. Thank God for this doctor. Touch wood, he saved my wife's life. She went and had a scan. She had some more blood tests took, and they didn't come back right. Now, I'm one of these people, when Louise were coming back saying, look, they said it's not right. It could be cancer. I'm like, well, no, we don't know. They don't know until they do other blood tests and they've got scans to do, and they still don't know. They won't know. And I'm like trying to pass it off, which is probably not the best thing I should have done. But Louise, I can remember the day she came literally back and they said that it looks like she's got cancer. I was sat in the bath. Louise sat on the toilet, and it's the worst thing that she wants to hear and the last thing I want to hear as well. We've got really 3 young children. I think Fern was something like 2. Daniel were only about 3 or 4, and that would have been Holly was 6. So really, really young children. At the time, I was DJing 5 days a week. A lot of it was on the weekends, and I was doing like 12-hour shifts, so it was not a very good time at all. But I remember sitting in the bath, and she came and sat there, and she says, they think it is cancer. We need to go and have some more scans. So she went to have the scans. Now, I'm going to look. This isn't right. They've got it wrong. It's not happening to us. They've got it wrong. Come on, think positive. You're going to be all right. And I remember her going out the bathroom, and I just sat there, and I had a right good cry. thinking, oh no, what are we going to do? So the day came when we actually properly found out, and we went to the hospital, and we went to the Hallamshire Hospital, Weston Park at Sheffield. They do such great work. And her nurse, I think her name was Annie, who they're still in contact with now. She sat us down, and basically they explained that she'd definitely got cancer, and they was going to have to operate. And we thought they were going to go there and say, look, we need to do more scans, we need to do more things. It wasn't. It was like, you have definitely got cancer, and things are going to change for you. So they sat us in a room together. We talked about it with Annie, what was going to happen, and she reassured Louise and said it was going to be a long, long process, which it was. I remember just looking at my wife, and she was only 28 at the time, 28. And what she'd actually got was ovary cancer, but it was a germ cell one, and it was one of the rarest you can actually get. I think there's only so many percentage in the world that actually have this form of cancer. Which I said to her, trust you to get one that nobody else has got. So they sort of give us the chances of survival. And when people start talking to you like that, wow, just hitting you. And we both, I'm one of these people, I always try and look on the bright side. And I always try and put that front on, especially to your wife, and say, look, everything's going to be all right, love, everything's going to be all right. When really, you just dying yourself inside. So we got home, we had to tell everybody, there were tears. Louise's dad had cancer as well, and there were a lot of tears and a lot of emotion. Eventually, we didn't tell the kids at that point. We told the kids a little bit later on, and that sort of was like, I think it was sort of May, June. So that'd be sort of like back end of May, and then literally, I think it was the 6th of June. We was at the hospital, back at Weston Park. They booked her in, and it was that quick. Normally, you have like a pre-op, so you see your surgeon, and then a week later, you then go for your operation. This didn't work like that. They wanted to get this out straight away. So we saw the surgeon on the day, the day before. We went in and booked a hotel just up the road from Weston Park. They were lovely as well. So we went and had the consultation, if I think that's the right word. And he showed us it. Showed us this tumour, and I just couldn't believe it. It was 6 inches wide by a foot long. And that was been pressing on her bowel, that had been pressing on her other organs, and this was on her ovary. 6 inches wide and a foot long. And this had obviously been growing for 2 years. They'd missed it for 2 years. And the doctor just couldn't believe it. You could just see this black shadow, and he said, I just can't believe it. So we talked about as well was that if it had spread over to her other ovary, she was going to have a complete I think the word's hysterectomy. Everything gone. Which obviously that means we can't have any more children, but we've got 3 wonderful children, and if I'm totally honest with you, we didn't want any more. So the day came the next day, and I always remember we had a really nice meal on the night time, trying to calm her down. She didn't sleep very well, or as you can imagine, she's going in for major surgery. And we watched, I think it was The Anchorman on the telly, and tried to have a bit of a laugh, and we had to get there for 7 o'clock, and it was like June. It was really, really warm. Let's have a quick drink. It was really, really warm. And 7 o'clock, and she wasn't really going down to theatre till 12, but she had to get there early. So she'd been nil by mouth, so I think her last thing that she could have were about 5 o'clock at night, so then she couldn't eat at all, so she was absolutely starving, poor lass. So we got there, there were other people waiting, we got her into a hotel, we got her into a hospital bed, and then we just waited. Now, it was getting really warm in there, and there were a lot of people, and I started getting a bit of anxiety, so I said to her, look, I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk, so I kept going for a walk, coming back, going for a walk, coming back, and then eventually she went down at 12 o'clock. Now, they said it'd only take 3 hours, so I'm going to be totally honest with you. I nipped up and I thought, well, I've got nowhere to go. I can't just sit in my hotel room. So I went up to a pub. I watched a bit of racing on the television. I had a Coke at the time. So 3 o'clock, I walked back down to the hospital and go in, and they said, sorry, she's not down. She's not down yet. And I'm thinking, oh no, I'm panicking. It's supposed to be a 3-hour operation. So I went again, 4. They said, can you just favour not come down? Can you just ring us? So I rang them again, told me 5, no sign of her. 6, I'm starting to really, really panic. So it just gone 6, I rang back again and said, look, I'm getting really, really worried because obviously family are all phoning me, what's happening? They said that Louise hadn't come out of the anaesthetic very well, and they'd had to do a little bit more, which it turned out that it was spreading over to the other ovary, so they had to take everything away. So I went to see her, and she was just groggy. She was cut open from her belly button all the way down to the lady parts. We'll say lady parts. I don't know if that's the right thing to say. So massive scar, poor lass, and she was really, really groggy. So then, obviously, there was nothing else I could do. They were putting her in a hospital bed. I had to phone everybody, let them know, and I went and had something to eat, and I went to bed and went back the next day. So that was basically the operation. How quick it came about, how we found out how it had happened, how it was going to happen. And it should have been sorted out before. So, yeah, I just want to say my wife is massively brave, really, really brave. For what she had to go through and how quick it all came about. She's just massively, massively brave. And a wonderful person at that, and I love her so much. So yeah, that's how we basically found out and how the operation came about. Now we've got lots more to tell you about this, which I will be doing across the vlog. We've got to tell you about the chemo. We've got to tell, there's loads. And there is some funny stories in there. It's not going to all be sad. But yeah, this is where you make a difference, because Macmillan, what they did was they gave us, I think it was £400. And it was, obviously we had to prove that she'd got cancer, but straight away, it was there, bang, check. And that meant that we could pay for the hotel. I stayed there for 2 nights, also the travel. So we got there. They helped, and it was there instantly to help us. So that's why Macmillan make a difference. Now, I'm not quite sure what we're at today. I've not looked. I don't know if we've gone up anymore. Now, just remember, down in the descriptions, there is a link to the giving page. I'm just going to have a little look what we're at. We are still at £1,140. That is still absolutely fantastic. It is day 3. I know, obviously, we're on L.B.V's channel on this one. But once we do a few more vape shows and stuff like that, I know that will be going up. But we've smashed the £200. And thank you so much to everybody who has supported us. Even if you've just shared that link, it means so much. So, that is day 3. I'm looking forward to day 4. I'm hoping again to get out for a walk, and we'll do a bit of a vlog from there. So yeah, thanks a lot to everybody for the support. The messages, you've been all fantastic. Yeah, big love to you all. So, here's to day 4. Day 3 is nearly over. I was working out, that only means that I've got, what's that, tomorrow 27 days. What's 27 days? Absolutely nothing. Love you all. Look after yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's vlog. Day 4. See you later.